Just over a year ago that SRG was in the works of decommissioning one of their facilities in Farmington, Missouri. One of the tasks was to move our current production, low tonnage commodities out of that facility. We evaluated several suppliers, and at the end of the day, we wanted somebody that was going to be able to work with, be a strategic supplier for SRG. Price is one thing, but being able to provide your service, a support, deliverables, the quality that we look for when we're trying to bring on a sub-supplier to our Rolodex. Ferriot definitely proved to be that supplier. When I first set foot in their facility, saw the attentiveness of their team, you definitely knew that they take pride in what they do and they're willing to work with SRG to overcome any goals or any issues that we're going to encounter with this project that we're going to undergo.
And another thing too is a clean and organized loading dock. We walked to the loading dock area. We saw packaging, tools, resin, parts, and we could walk around, label things, pull things out. Yeah, so it was a very clean operation. Streamlines everything, not only just the transfer, but the full operation.
Their tool department got involved because the tooling that was arriving to their facility needed to be modified to fit the equipment on site. They were measuring the parts and actually addressing concerns that some features of size weren't to print of the products we provided them as an example. They actually had the ability on occasions of making the part probably better than we were doing it ourselves.
One kudos to Ferriot is that, they actually were able to find some defects, for less of a better word, in some of our data that we were compiling, and we were able to get that corrected and move forward. And they weren't afraid to highlight those issues with us.
We did the mold transfer in phases to make sure that two things happened. One, Ferriot was ready to receive and had the presses and floor space. And two, that nothing was lost in transit. One of the things that impressed us quickly is their automation team, obviously being at the crux of all of these transfers, the timeliness with which Ferriot communicated. Every tiny detail was communicated, talked about, brought up, raised as a red flag, and still is today. So we had timing plans in place, and I think Ferriot kind of knocked them out, meaning they delivered early on most, if not everything. And communication, just put emphasis on it, is so key. And so for these transfers, it really drove some expedited timing.
I think working with Ferriot, they were just as eager and excited to take on the business, which made the transition a lot easier. They were definitely all in, we'll say, to expedite everything.